going on. Every single win counts throughout the whole season of RLCS. And coming into this game, these teams are going to be proving that. They want to make their first final appearance. It's our first best of 7 of the day. Semi-final number 1, TripleJawa disconnected. New people in these spots. But who's going to get even further than before?
Gon's on it already, and I think another big difference maker is the fact that coming into this, Disconnected dropped 1 match. TripleJawa didn't drop a single match. They looked far more dominant in their own matchup. However, they weren't against each other, and that's the big question here right now. It's very back and forth. TripleJawa have had a lot of possession, but the only actual chance of a setup has come from Disconnected banging it off that backboard.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty slow starting game. I would say feeling each other out a decent bit. There is chances for goals to slip by, maybe off of defensive misplays, but I do not think either side wants to risk being hyper-aggressive just to get and really pushing through for those goals. Something that I would say, by the end of the day, is a good thing to see. Taking your time to kind of figure out your opponent and what you want to do, get a game plan going, feel them out, and maybe cause some disruptions here and there, which will let a stray goal slip by. And with TripleJawa on the attack right now, they might find that stray goal early on. The shot being saved and no one to follow up means that the chances will grow dim. But coming back in centre by Gon, he'll be hunting still for something else.
It's even more understandable taking that little time to warm up, to feel out your opponents there. When this is the first time you've made it this far, when you aren't really confident in your ability maybe to play in the playoff bracket here, it can be a bit of a different game. That's not a great touch from Hassium, though. The sub maybe not quite living up to his expectation in the first 2 minutes here so far, but there's still a lot of gameplay left, and we've got to keep an eye on him. The super sub of yesterday. Can he do it again?
Coming in at the sub, there will be plenty of pressure. Something I think that Hassi will grow and has grown to live up to. Of course, his teammates are relying on him. He's subbing in for Wang, a very, very competent player in his own regard, and a player who definitely will be missed on the pitch nonetheless. But I think Hassi, as you mentioned, is a difference maker still on this pitch, and it's something we're seeing a lot of APAC South, and something I'm very happy to see. There's a lot of good subs in APAC South, and for good reason. A lot of the time subs are having to be used, be it due to issues with having to study for school or military service, which a lot of players have to face. The subs are being utilised, and they have to pick up good subs, as opposed to regions like Europe and North America, where subs are more of a second thought, and a lot of the time it can be really punishing for the team if they have to use their subs. The APAC South is prepared, and we're seeing that from subs like Hassi, like Squirrel, like even Tank from Disconnected. We've seen them all play and perform to the highest degree, and coming in now, TripleJawa trying to find the first. It will be saved in the line. The pressure comes the other way, and Disconnected break through for an attack.
First real opportunity, but now it does swing back the other way. Blue pops that up very nicely as Gon gets underneath this again, pops it forward. Blue is one to watch as far as just that headspace goes. Blue has fantastic ability to adapt and to really make the changes for his team that's needed. He plays that role for the team as maybe probably Chaotic does for 1E, but that's a shot from Abs Crazy. Disconnected first to go up onto the scoreboard, and with 1:32 left, could be the first to secure a game.
That one just burns. As Crazy will get the goal, but that should have been cleared away by TripleJawa. I think they've been so solid for the first 3.5 minutes of this game, but one missed touch in defense is all that is needed for Disconnected to find the first. A 1-0 start for the side in orange. But TripleJawa now with a deficit will be looking to move a little bit faster, really break through that defense. Things are going to have to pick up now. They can no longer feel out the opponent. They've been felt well and truly enough. Now it's time to pounce and attack, and breaking through is Hassi with a pass in centre. Gon will receive. Upfield, met by Abs Crazy easily enough, sent back up the other end. It's a game of survival for Disconnected for this game number 1. They're just going to keep the ball out of their half for as long as possible, and if it falls in their half, get it out as quickly as they can.
It's Disconnected on attack again here. Really, really dominant field control out of them as Bison brings it through. Have to keep a look at those boosts as well, because TripleJawa, they need to be able to sustain that if they're going to keep being under that kind of threat. They have been able to push out for now, but they need to form something out of this. Visio might be the one to do it, but no. Taken away from him. Gon again. And this is where I expect the team to hinge. Gon being able to play upfield, play fast because of Hassium's more reserved style is where TripleJawa gets that little bit of an advantage sometimes on the better team.
With the clock ticks on down, there's a time left for one last attack from TripleJawa, but stuck in their own half. It seems like Disconnected aren't going to allow that attack. Coming round the Zabs crazy, and Blue will take it high. The ball drops towards the ground, the timer will hit 0. And that might be a final goal for good measure. It will not be, but either way, game number 1, Disconnected in a very, very comfortable fashion. It was a very even game for the most part, but when it mattered, Disconnected got the goal, and they just held on.
I have to say, though, I mean, it really wasn't particularly reminiscent of either team from yesterday's matchups. Both teams definitely were taking that time, and, you know, you do see in Asia a lot that first game going down to the fact that the teams need that warm-up time. Both of these teams are particularly susceptible to that, so it may come down to that, but I'm expecting a lot more speed out of both these teams, and I expect the team to benefit the most out of that to be TripleJawa.
I think coming into this game number 2, TripleJawa are going to have to get a move on. They played very slowly to begin. We see that unfortunate miss again in the replay. Just the touch was so close, but barely not found, and that was only the reason the TripleJawa lost. One mistake was the game changer, and that has to be avoided upon, or if they're going to make those mistakes, they've got to find some goals to answer back.
Yeah, and the attacking side, particularly when looking at Gon, is where they should be strong, but they really weren't able to find any setups. They weren't making connecting plays, they weren't playing fast, and they didn't give themselves the opportunity that they needed to show themselves as the better team if they're going to this series. So we need to see something different out of them. However, Disconnected, they are a solid roster. They play a lot more consistently at times, I would say. And man, it could be very, very interesting.
That was an unfortunate start for TripleJawa. Yeah, they came into this and got a kick-off goal scored right on them. I was about to say that Disconnected after that first game win will be feeling very confident about themselves in this series where there was potentially some doubt to arise, just looking at the quality that TripleJawa have beholden. But coming through this one here, 10 seconds in, it's already a goal for Disconnected, something TripleJawa will have to quickly answer back to before this game kind of gets lost in their tracks. Hassi will take it out to the corner, but the pass going to be easily found by Blue first as he tries to attempt upfield and make a pass in centre. Disconnected will get a piece on it first. Kaiser back up the other end. Gone, that's a big miss. Bailed out by Hassi, but the ball possession will not be held. Hassi tries, but met by Absquity, sending it high. Blue avoids the 50, gets it out to the side. Disconnected doing a great job in defence in midfield, and they don't need to do much more in offence. They can hold their lead, and whenever they find that chance, that mistake from TripleJawa, that is when they will look to slip through.
And right now, TripleJawa only have a one member with any boost to be able to really make a play. Maybe just enough for defense, but that's not what they need right now. They need that attack. Disconnected still just hammering on their goal line and holding that midfield defense. This is something that Yummy yesterday was talking about a lot, was the ability of these Asian teams to form that midfield defense. It's something that's lacking a little bit out of the APAC South area, and we are seeing it out of some of these top teams. Right now, it's Disconnected showing it, but gone demoed away in front of goal. This could be a good opportunity. Fisio gonna make sure that there's less danger there. It's not enough, Les. Blue hammers it home off of a backboard.
Oh, and what a great goal ahead by Blue, making a statement for Disconnected. Maybe Twitcher had something going on because Disconnected have came out all guns a-blazing. That shot from Blue, incredible. 90 seconds in, 2 Disconnected. And what a start to this game it has been. We're going to have a who knows why, but either way, Disconnected coming out dominating.
I mean, we've just been told by production that it's ping issues causing our small pause here, and you have to wonder if that could be behind it. I mean, ping issues can cause a lot of that slowdown, a lot of that uncertainty that we're seeing out of TripleJawa right now. So maybe we get this sorted and we see a different team out. But right now, Disconnected, regardless of whatever defense was remaining there, that's an incredible goal there to set things up for them.
Very, very incredible. And what a start that is. Only 90 seconds needed. for 2 goals to be found. If you look back to the first game, there was 90 seconds left when the first goal was found for Disconnected. They have really picked things up, got the speed going, something that TripleJawa were really the team who were needing to pick up the pace and kind of come in here bursting with pressure, but Disconnected have not allowed that. They have shut down almost every attack TripleJawa have had, and when they've had the attacks, the defense is still strong, getting those clearances and getting those saves on the line. Now TripleJawa need to think of something new, because what they're doing right now very evidently is not working.
No, it isn't. But, you know, it could come down to those technical issues as well. Occasionally, particularly when you come to this Asian area, there's a lot of difficulties with internet problems for the players and stuff. You have to make sure that the servers are dead on right for them to play evenly. And right now, obviously, the players weren't happy with it. The stuff in the background haven't been, so we're going to fix it up. And you have to see what they're capable of at the best. I mean, that's the only way for these two teams to fairly match up, particularly when it is both of their first time making it into the top 4, making it here to day 3, and they really want to show their best. You cannot see them at anything less than that right now, particularly on the final day of the first split here.
Yeah, it's their final chance to show what they have in this split. And so far, Disconnected looking like they just have a little bit more in that back pocket. They may have not had the best of start in the Swiss stage, dropping that 1 series to 1-E, but even then, that 1 series that they dropped, it was a Game 5 loss. It's not something to scoff at. It's a very excellent team that they lost against, and you know, teams like Celestial along the way, of course, like Friendly Fire, who actually done surprisingly well. So it's hard to say. Even Atlas Gaming got taken down by Disconnected, a team who made it through to top 8 in pretty decent fashion. They of course lost Disconnected the second time in the quarters, but Disconnected have had a good run, and they've came out really trying to hand it to TripleJawa.
I think a lot of that uncertainty there in the different games that they've had, it's due to the nerves of a first RLCS as well. Like, they are, generally speaking, looking back at the history of Asian tournaments, they've been very, very consistent. It's when you see those nerves come through, it's when you see that pressure of an RLCS tournament that you can see some of these teams crack a little, and you know that there is adjustments to be made, particularly in the mental game of things.
Well, the series may have started 1-0 to Disconnected, and game number 2 being 2-0 in their favour to begin. There is still hope for TripleJawa though, and I do not want to remove that from them. They are a team capable of a comeback without a doubt, but I do think they need to start it sooner rather than later, because if they drop this game number 2 as well, things definitely get a bit worrisome coming back from a 2-game deficit. Although happens very often in a best of 7, it's not an easy task when playing against a very strong and very evidently momentum-based team, as we're seeing right now, of Disconnected, who are just scoring 1 and then scoring a lot more afterwards.
Knowing that, though, that brings into topic the technical timeouts that they have available to them now as well. If they do go down here, you have to take that time. You have to, A, shut down the momentum just that little bit, but put a bit of a break there onto Disconnected's run. Take the time to go back, relieve that pressure on yourself a little bit, and get your head back into this game, knowing what you have to do to beat Disconnected. But right now, it's looking tough for them, and we just got to wait for that game to start back up to see. And we've got it back right now, so it's not going to take long at all, I don't think.
Yeah, with 90 seconds gone by and the 2 goals from Disconnected, we left with the incredible, and I really do mean incredible, goal by Blue to find number 2 for Disconnected. Now TripleJawa looking for something to answer, but Disconnected really doing a good job at shutting down any opportunity. With that pass in centre, the clear will be found. So they're going to try and make their way upfield and get the attacking sustained pressure is the hardest task for TripleJawa. Hattie will make the pass downfield, but easily met by Blue first. Then back up the other way, Abs Crazy. Off the corner, will roll it on round. Big miss right there. Hattie will catch, and off to the ceiling it will go. In comes Blue to the backboard. He might get a follow-up touch. Waiting in there is gone. The pressure will be sustained. Another pass in centre. Off the post, it will bounce on out. Disconnected. So close to finding number 3, but it barely slips away.
Abs crazy though, with a lot of control, almost making something out of that Gon. Here comes that speed out of Gon, beat one. Now they've got some attack on as a result. Fisio, a little bit of a lack touch there though, will let that get away. It's still held at that midfield line, and now I'm looking for TripleJawa to be able to show that ability to hold a midfield defense like Disconnected's been showing. Now, an opportunity for Fisio. Do they get the backboard? No, it's going to get away, but Hassium at the very least is playing that role he's known for. He's back there in defense, backing them up.
Yeah, right there on net. We see Gordon, I believe that is Hassi in the back corner. No, Hassi's here, sorry. I've just completely got my names wrong. I think it's Gon and Kaizen, if I've read that right.
It looks like it might be, yeah.
Gon and Kaizen with the Rule 1. Rule 2, actually. But
hey, you were telling me you were going to get angry if somebody said Rule 1.
I'm on
Rule 1, you heard it here first.
I'm appeasing Twitch chat today, but it is actually rule number 2. But to keep Twitch chat happy, I'll say Rule 1. Either way, 90 seconds on the clock, and a big chance for TripleJawa. It's pretty much a 2v2 game at the moment as the players seem to find the Rule 2, but more importantly, have finally broken through, be it by a bump or otherwise. It better be by a bump, or else they might be a little bit cursed, but coming in as Kaizen to try and find number 3 for Disconnected, cementing themselves as the winner of this game. It will be saved on the line, the duck down from Blue. Vasile looking for the clear away, and Kaizen back in centre. Saved just in the nick of time. TripleJawa doing everything they can in defence, but they need to break through to offence. They've still got a 2-goal deficit.
And now the opportunities again for Disconnected. Less than a minute left. There is just enough time in this to have some level of confidence still to come back here for TripleJawa, but they have to get onto it fast. The clock is ticking down every second. Kaizen is the one with the control. Fisio will take it away from him as Blue, a nice touch away to the side, will be read away from Hassium. They need some quicker rotations on this. TripleJawa still seem to be struggling here.
Made by Gon. Dribbling this ball upfield. Be unable to find a pass to a teammate just yet. Hassi will receive it in the corner, but with 20 seconds left, it feels like all hope is lost for this game number 2. TripleJawa get to score a goal this series. They have not had that goal-scoring feeling just yet, that goal-scoring chance either. They've had a few shots towards net, but nothing has been entirely threatening. It's been all Disconnected. They've been in full control, and as the ball touches the ground, game number 2 will be over, and Disconnected get their second win of the series, 2-0.
Now I'm in two minds because, look, I want to see TripleJawa take that technical timeout and get their head back into this, but at the same time, that forces us to talk more about what we've seen of them so far, and that's very disappointing stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not been TripleJawa's best. We've seen better from them in the past, and as that game concludes, a lot of question marks are going to be over their heads now. As they come into game number 3, if they drop this game, it's going to be very disappointing. If I'm TripleJawa right now, I'm calling a tactical timeout. We've conceded 3 goals, we've not scored any. We're 2 games down now. I call a tactical timeout right here and try and figure something new out. If the players do that, it's going to be the whole new question, but they need to, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the only option here for them if they want to be able to come back into this strongly. The shots in that last match alone, 11-3 in Disconnected's favor. They have had all of the pressure. They've had all of the attacking side, and the meaningful control of the ball has all been theirs as well.
And with that game all done, we have had confirmation that there will not be a timeout for TripleJawa. Potentially a mistake in my opinion, but I don't think they can save it for a 3rd game loss if they lose this one as well, because a best of 7 reverse sweep, it almost never happens twice this season of RLCS, but that in itself is a rarity. They come through for game number 3 now, TripleJawa. They drop this game. I won't call the loss here and say that I don't think they have a chance at coming back, but they do still have a chance in this game. I do not want to lose faith in them just yet. I'm not going to call them out. They have the capabilities, they have not shown it yet. Disconnected, on the other hand, playing to their best, and they are deserving of making it to the final if they keep this up.
I don't know if I agree with calling it after this game if they do not win it, but it doesn't matter if they can play like this. Gon hammers that home. Finally, a good, fast play, connecting passes off the backboard, and the play style is what they want to see. They are controlling this game in the first 30 seconds. TripleJawa up by 1.
The first goal of the series bound for TripleJawa, finally in game number 3. The floodgates potentially open. Will we see any more slipping on through? It's early days of this game. They may have the lead, but a very fickle lead to hold on to. We've seen disconnected twice now. Score 1, then score 2. They can easily mount a comeback. Something that TripleJawa will need to be very much aware of. Try and find another to cement their lead even further. In comes Hassi for the potential shot. The ball falls down to Fissio, rolling that one round the corner. Met by Gon. Off to the side he will go. 50-50 with Abs. Crazy was hitting that one back down field. Kaizen on net, and that will just be a goal. And there's a quick and easy equaliser for Disconnected.
Say quick and easy, but this was great reaction from Kaizen, great positioning as well. I mean, all of the work that went into that goal happened before the touch, not during it. That was a really, really well-read play by Disconnected to be able to capitalize on what realistically wasn't even a mistake, I wouldn't say, out of TripleJawa.
Well, the missed touch, I would say, is what gave the ball away, but in comes centre for Gon to try and find another one back for his team. It will be saved on the line again by Blue, back up the other end. It might just be dribbled in. He just ruined the whole team by himself, drove in pretty much a straight line towards the net, beelining for it. It's another goal for Disconnected, 2-1, as TripleJawa's defense flops around, lost and confused.
It looked like Hassium was flipping forward to try and pre-flip into that and form a 50. And the second man in goal thought that he had it. There was just too much faith there. I mean, you don't want to see double commits, but there was not enough confidence, at least by me, that that was going to be a save. And sure enough, it was not. TripleJawa gave that one away a little bit, but now Gon, a good opportunity. That kind of spot on field with controllers where he flourishes the most, but the control taken away from TripleJawa so quickly. Gon, it's off the post. They absolutely needed that, and the crossbar has denied them so vehemently, but it might not be enough. Hassium and Fissio teaming up is not enough. Wow.
So many shots on net. So little goals found for TripleJawa. That was a prime chance for a tied-up game as we approach the halfway mark. It remains 2-1 for Disconnected. Kaizen trying to make it free, going all by himself, fighting through every defender of TripleJawa. Gon will finally receive off the corner when the pass down to Fissio. That's bouncing off the back, but he cannot follow up. The defense is caught out, they've got lost, but a bump on Kaizen keeps him off of that ball. Keeps the save intact for TripleJawa. It keeps this game in reaching distance.
Hassium trying to challenge that, but realistically it's just Disconnected being faster with this. TripleJawa aren't forming challenges well enough. Right now they've still got an opportunity here. Only 1 goal difference and 2 minutes left in this. Gon can make stuff like that happen, but it has to be on target and it cannot be saved away like that. Blue doing so much work on that backboard right now. That does go downfield as a result, but with no boost left on Blue after those defensive plays, it will get taken away back to that midfield.
Rolls off to the backside. TripleJawa need to defend as well. It's a good save from Hassi, but the safety is not found yet. Fissio's touch will give them a bit of a guarantee of an attack as Gon's up for it, but he cannot find the touch. No boost in the tag. The follow-up shot saved on the line. It will be finished by Fissio. We have a tied game, but Disconnected's defensive efforts have to be given credit.
It's surprising to me that Gon would miss that. He is reliable on shots like that. He absolutely can make that every single time, and maybe it's just nerves getting to him. This is the opportunity, the only opportunity to split to get a second place, maybe even a first if they play well enough. Right now, that's looking doubtful, but they have brought it back to a 2-2 line, so they could even get the opportunity, but it'll take a bit more work. Fissio is off the post as well, the woodwork. We've heard it before, but best defender in Asia.
This is, at least in my opinion, a must-win game for TripleJawa. With it being tied at the moment, a minute on the clock, it's a possible winning game for them. In comes Blue for the save and Kaizen to clear away. Disconnected defense has been tested in game number 3, and they have shown that they are not only an offensive powerhouse, but they can defend as well. The ball will fall back to Blue, trying to make that push upfield, trying to bring Disconnected to match point. It could be going 3-0 in the series, and one step away from the finals. Kaizen They kill that ball in front of net. It's a dangerous position. In comes Hattie to send it high. Blue will make it in time. But TripleJawa not slowing down. It could be number 3, but saved on the line again.
They have to do more than this. Their shots are okay. They're getting pressure on, but they have to make use of that, and right now they're in their own half. TripleJawa don't want this situation. Gon's not going to be able to read that. He's trying to form pressure upfield with some physical play. Fisio, a good touch. Gon continues it upfield. Does Blue get a good enough touch to shut this down? He does. It goes to ground. TripleJawa couldn't chase in time. We do have overtime.
2 apiece. Game number 3. In my opinion, the make or break game of this series. Some may say otherwise. But Disconnected, if they can win this, they'll be feeling very good. The momentum will be on their side, and they'll be at match point. TripleJawa trying to bring themselves back into action, trying to claw back at it. And comes Blue trying to take it long. Bessie will get the touch, along with getting demoed. Hattie goes high, but in comes Gon. He'll send it high and off to the ceiling, and the ball bounces on down. Blue with a pass to the side, and they clear out to Fisio. The pressure will continue. It's been a better TripleJawa side in this game number 3, but will it be enough to take down Disconnected?
Oh.
That's an incredible one from Fisio, and that'll be all it takes to win game 3. TripleJawa bring themselves back into this series as it now goes 2-1 for Disconnected.
38 seconds of overtime was all it took. Half a minute and change. TripleJawa have done it. If it weren't the defining match on a loss, it definitely could be the defining match as a turning point for TripleJawa here coming in. They have only just won it by the skin of their teeth, though.
It was an incredibly close game there. That overtime bump is something that you don't get to see much in the replay as well, but as we look back at it in these replays, you'll get to see again just how impactful that was. The defender would have saved that, but getting absolutely stomped on meant no hope whatsoever. The game started off well for TripleJawa, finding that first, but the Kaizen dunk as well. Exceptional goal. But TripleJawa, that is a night and day difference between game 1 and 2 and now game 3. They have figured something out. They didn't need the timeout like we imagined. They figured it out here anyway, and they have came and they are really sticking it to Disconnected now. And
the shot stat there, really reflecting that. 12 shots to 6 out of TripleJawa. Now, given the reason that was such a close game was because probably 6 of those shots were actually at the woodwork, not on target. But it's an indication that TripleJawa have found the aggression they need. They are playing the game's play and the play style that they want to now.
So they're playing their game. Disconnected fight back and find something of their own as it's game number 4. Still match point potential for Disconnected, but also a potential for the series to go tied if TripleJawa continue their winning ways and win another game in a row. The ball falls back to Kaizen, who were looking for the early chance. Being denied by TripleJawa means that it will not be as easy as hoped. As Crazy diving on in. Good defensive rotation from Disconnected, making sure there's always someone back. Kaizen awaits and Hattie just playing like he's in free play there, just bouncing the ball off the wall, having a bit of fun, maybe eating his dinner at the same time by the looks of it. Just forgetting about what to do. The cleared up field by Kaizen, met by Hattie once more. It's been a slow start for both sides, but Disconnected have had the fair share of chances to cause a bit of stress in the TripleJawa defense.
Yeah, I mean, talking of stress, as much as this is big for them in the fact that they have not been in this position before, there is no chance for either of these teams to make the APAC playoffs for the major right now. Both of these teams are already secured out of that position by placing 5th to 8th before this point. And as a result, that should take some of the pressure off them, and they should be able to play a little bit more freely, maybe a little bit more for fun, but right now we're not seeing that. And there is good reason for that. I mean, obviously issues for TripleJawa, creating doubts in their mind, creating that pressure and anxiety for them. They have to be able to overcome it if they want to play that kind of quick, fun play style that wins them matches.
They want to win matches, they have got to pick up the pace. It's now 0 with 2 minutes gone by. This next goal is going to be a game-defining one. As Crazy will slip it past one, and he's got the mid-booster rail to keep it going. Gone, that's a heavy touch that you lose the possession of. I can see it coming from a mile away. A touch like that is going to result in a goal or a loss of pressure or just something bad, really. He's just wasted his time there. Disconnected, pounced on it, and they score.
I am a little surprised that it was just going to be a direct, but I mean, the option was available and it was taken very, very well. So Disconnected made the right choice there. You know, sometimes you want to draw out those defenders, but when there's a mistake like that, you've got to pounce on it very quickly. And that's what they did there. So far, a lot of the goals from Disconnected are based off of TripleJawa mistakes, and I think that's the big difference here. When TripleJawa are scoring, it is off of the back of incredible plays that are actually outplaying, whereas Disconnected are making errors occur and capitalizing on those.
Disconnected are playing a debilitating game. They are not needing to kind of out-mechanic TripleJawa, outplay them in their own half, because they know they can play just well enough. And either TripleJawa can't score or they struggle to score. Had to correct myself there before that one almost went in. But yeah, they have to make sure that TripleJawa either struggle to score, or when they do score, it's in seldomly, and that they can just find one back very quickly off of the mistake that they are forcing TripleJawa to make, because a lot of the time they aren't unforced errors. Okay, the last goal may have been, but even then the pressure was on and they had to get a quick touch. A lot of these errors being made are forced by Disconnected, and they are causing them, and they're just reaping the benefits and finding the goals.
I don't know if I agree that they're being forced out. I mean, a lot are, you're right, but many of them, too many of them, I should say, are being given away by Gon in particular. The player that we were looking for on attack is just not performing in the other areas of the field right now, and double commits like that could cost them as well. It doesn't at this point. In fact, they've actually got that aggression back right now. Doesn't look like they'll be able to hold it, but a 50 may change my mind on that as Hassium tries to send that off the backboard, but 2 double commits in a row put away the chances of scoring those 2 attempts.
Big clean upfield by Kaizen. Not really the benefits just yet. It's gone. Beating him to that ball, will send it long. There's a pass down centre. That's a good touch, but oh, he cannot get the redirect well enough. It will be sent long. Blue back up the other way. Sending it out to the corner now. Gone. Takes it high. Dribbling away in centre past the Fissio. Kaizen will receive and Hathi off to the side. Blue. Shut down that attack. TripleJawa have got to get a move on or else it will be a game 4 win for Disconnected. They have the 1 goal lead and the time ticks on down. 30 seconds on the clock approaching. And Disconnected don't look like they're going to budge.
They don't at all, but it is such a narrow lead, and TripleJawa really just need to get that confidence. They, as well as Disconnected, are so momentum-based, and right now they've got none of that. Fissio and Hasim trying to form it. Gon's the one to strike at the last second, though. The top left bin shot at 116 kph will be the banger they need to put this to possibly overtime here.
Overtime should be where we're destined for with 15 seconds left. Disappointed there by the defense from Disconnected. They had a prime chance to clear, but sat still in net and waiting for the shot, and they got punished for it. Now the clock ticks on down. Unless a last second goal can be found in regulation, it will be another OT. In comes Fissio, but it will be saved again by Blue. The clear off to the side. Fissio will let it drop. Overtime where we go for game number 4. Either TripleJawa will tie this series up, or Disconnected will head to match point.
It's interesting, that attempt from Fissio there went for the flip reset, and that is some confidence out of him that we haven't seen, and it came off of 1 goal. Just an even scoreline was enough for them to start opening up their play, and they're still under those conditions right now. Definitely more pressure under an overtime, but it's pressure for Disconnected as well. Is it enough for Disconnected to overcome it, though? Doesn't look so yet. They still have an attack on, though.
Good start for Disconnected, but a better start for TripleJawa, making that save on the line. Turning the pressure into their favour now. Can they find the goal out? It will be as lucrative as they have hoped. Fissio looking for the bump, but will not find. Hathi rushing back towards the corner, unable to find the boost, stolen by Blue. As he tries to disrupt the defense, he will avoid the bump, but the ball coming in centre. As Crazy can shoot it off the crossbar. Kaizen the touchdown to Blue, and the touch from Gon, unfortunate, into his own net. Disconnected take the game. It's a scramble in the back line, but they find it and they head to match point.
And this hurts so much to watch because I saw it happening so far in advance. Gon, this is the flaw in Gon consistently, that he will just go on anything. I saw him come out of that corner. I saw him flip forward, and at that moment, the save was coming out. It was all but guaranteed to be an own goal off of him at that point. Had he just made the decision to stay at that back post, to play the smart, patient game. The pressure got to them. It was too much, and now they are on match point. That is not where they want to be. They have not been thriving under pressure, put it that way.
They have not been thriving at all. The pressure potentially really getting to TripleJawa. I think now, as we talked about before, surely this time they called a tactical timeout. They can't have any more losses or else they are eliminated. It's 3-1 to Disconnected. One more game lost for TripleJawa and they are out of the tournament altogether.
It's interesting though, I mean, we're talking about the pressure that TripleJawa isn't standing up to right now, but Disconnected hasn't been under that. They have at no point been down in a game until an overtime and the last goal. They have not had to bring a scoreline back at any point, and it's interesting to see that, you know, they can obviously play under a medium amount of stress, but if TripleJawa get up, if they get on that roll, how then does Disconnected respond? We may still be able to see that, but it could only take the one game to find out we don't.
Well, we have been told and we have found that there will be no timeout again for TripleJawa. A lot of question marks coming out from me in that regard, but early off it's Disconnected. They have no questions, they only have answers, and they're answering with a goal for themselves 10 seconds in.
Do they remember? Because, I mean, you don't take it and 9 seconds into a game, you're scored on again, and Disconnected again put in that comfortable position of not having to fight a losing scoreline. I don't think they will at all unless, oh, a good save from Hassium. Gon does have good control. He does have the speed. He can bring it upfield like that. But some great defensive play off the ceiling there brings it back to that midfield line. And TripleJawa struggling to form that midfield defense that they really should have had there.
Vesio sends it high past one. Dribbling back up the other end will be challenged well by Blue. It's gone rushing for that ball, will be to no success. It's up to Vesio to make the passes over. Gon will miss out as it bounces off the corner, looks for the follow-up touch. It will fall past one. Gon with the pass back to Hassi, trying to push through for an equaliser for TripleJawa. It is early days of this game. A minute gone by, 4 minutes still to go. But a 1-0 start for Disconnected does cause some discomfort in the side of TripleJawa.
It is game 5 here, match point against TripleJawa. Not only do they have the knowledge of having to win here, they have to win 2 in a row, and they know that. It's just more and more pressure mounting against them, and we've yet to see them conquer that as the pressure mounts again on their own defensive half. Now, they do have the possession as it gets held to that midline. A good challenge there will continue it upfield for TripleJawa, but Blue just takes it away again. Opportunities arising for Disconnected, but some slow play should keep TripleJawa safe here.
Ball falling out to the midfield, Abs Crazy leaving it for Kaizen. Kaizen and Blue are, in my opinion, being the stars of the show. And Abs Crazy, he's just cleaning things up at the back, and it's something that will get neglected a lot of the times by players, and he will be pushed to the side, but he's the one facilitating these players from Kaizen and Blue. He's facilitating these opportunities.
Oh.
But that one's in centre. It's a big miss in the back line. TripleJawa will capitalise, and we're even.
It might be a big mess in the back line, but Kaizen was available, and he reads these off of backboards. He reads waterfall shots. This is a big miss for him to let this even up here, and now, again, that opportunity arises to, for the first time, put Disconnected under the pressure of a losing scoreline here.
Oh, the ball falls into Abs Crazy. He looks for a pass, but there's no one to find. Blue will get involved eventually off the corner. It will bounce. Gone. Clear back up the other end. Half the game gone by. Abs Crazy can't do too much with it. He'll get one demo, but the ball falling back down to Kaizen. Blue. Not the best of touches, the pressure will remain. TripleJawa are hunting for this next goal to take the lead. There's an opening for a moment for Abs Crazy, and he will find it, slotting it through. A bad touch could be the death of TripleJawa. They need to be clinical with everything that they find.
This year getting under this as well. Some good passing play here from TripleJawa. They're finally connecting. Do we see the physical play come out of them? We've seen Data disconnected. It might be needed here because Kaizen on that backboard is going to be able to grab the control of that ball away. Gone. Actually a smart play, grabbing the boost away from him there and taking control away, but the clear not found for them either as disconnected continue their run upfield. Vicio makes the saving touch there, as surely a shot would have come out of that eventually.
And the corner, it falls back to Gone. He sees a chance to bring it centre, but no teammate there to receive the ball. Get a shot going themselves. That's on net, but a save in the line by Kaizen. Gone. Hitting it high off to the backboard. Abs Crazy rolling it around the corner. Will slip past one, maybe past another as well. It comes in centre. The ball falls to Blue, but beaten to the ball by Gone means the attack for TripleJawa may result in a goal. Almost saved, but Hattie says otherwise. 2 on TripleJawa. They're on the way for their comeback in the series.
An incredibly close attempt by Blue. He has been the man on defense so often for disconnected, but TripleJawa overpower them, and finally the opportunity is here. Finally TripleJawa can hold on to a lead rather than trying to gain it in the first place. This might be what they need to turn around this series. They have momentum now. Hassium, a good challenge, keeping it at that midfield line. Finally forming some of that midfield. No opportunity for Hassium to be able to collect a touch there. A good save away by Gone. Saving graces all around.
It continued for disconnected. They are hunting. They want to go to OT right here. They want to end it in this game. They do not want game number 6 to come underway. But Gone will send that ball long. Back to the wall it will go. Kaizen high to the ceiling. The pass out to Abs Crazy and back to Kaizen as well. Gone will receive off the back wall. 30 seconds, counting on down. Blue the pass in centre to Abs Crazy. Saved it once again, but Kaizen, he has an opportunity. He'll slip it past Vicio. Blue's up, but beaten by Hassie. Is anyone there for disconnected to get involved? No, they're rushing back to defense. It will be a goal for Gone. That'll be the game pretty much secured. TripleJawa 3-1, 12 seconds. It looks like game 6 is only moments away.
And while still a little bit nervous on that defense, clearly as soon as it came away, TripleJawa upfield, taking that forward pass and striking well. They finally have the confidence behind them. They have that momentum. They're using it now. Again, pushing upfield, even with dying moments in a secured game, they're looking for another one. They want to make sure that they go through here with as much momentum as possible, but Kaizen will shut it down. We will go to the next game because TripleJawa have secured that path.
They are not going down without a fight. They lost the first 2, they won the third. They lost the 4th, but they've clawed it back in the 5th. But still, if they want to move on to the finals, they've got to win game number 6, and then if they make it there, game number 7. A hard chance how disconnected have been playing, but a possible one at that. As we head in for game number 6, I'm curious, can TripleJawa keep up the pace?
I'm liking TripleJawa's defense there. 4-7 in shots in favor of disconnected, but TripleJawa held out. Only 4 shots, 3 goals, and all 3 of them assisted. TripleJawa were backing each other up there. And this is interesting because we actually do have a timeout now.
Yeah, we do have the timeout coming from disconnected. I think it's a good decision after that loss of the game 7. It's I think too nervous of a situation to have the call out, have the timeout coming for only game 7. So calling it now, I think is a very good choice. Gets them some time to kind of chill out, get calm, and really discuss with their coach what they want to do coming into this next game. But with this timeout, it does mean there's also some time on the other side of the pitch. There is some time, of course, for TripleJawa to make sure they keep up their pressure. But disconnected are looking good. TripleJawa just found one here and there. I still think disconnected are leaning as the favourites going into this next game. TripleJawa might change my mind on that.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but I think this is also just time for TripleJawa to reflect on the fact that they didn't make this decision earlier. I absolutely believe that there's a good possibility they totally forgot that they had the option of taking a tactical timeout, and that hampered their ability to get back into this somewhat heavily. They are back in now, and I think they're evening up the chances for themselves very, very quickly. But, you know, they are rolling off of that momentum, and having this timeout is so clever out of Disconnected because it shuts a bit of that down.
Yeah, and even if they aren't going to kind of learn much in terms of strategy, or they don't have a particular plan in mind, even having that timeout is just a breather. To have that moment to think, okay, we're fine, we're going into this next game, we are still up in the series, 3-2, we do still have that extra life. Even that little bit of confidence, that bit of time just to think and know what you want to do, maybe get the nerves out a little bit, is so crucial for a team. Something that TripleJawa very evidently didn't need. Twice we've called it, and then right after we've called it, they have won the next game without using the timeout. As we come into game number 6, Disconnected, coming off fresh from the loss, but the timeout may be enough to propel them to victory. Or will TripleJawa continue their streak and give it the game 7 for our first series of the night? It will be saved by Kaizen on the line already. TripleJawa making a storm to begin.
And this is the strongest we've seen them off that line. It takes them a bit to get any confidence on attack so far this series, and finally they are able to, despite that timeout there, continue through with some confidence behind them, continue that ball rolling, and right now Gone even trying for a shot there, but the speed of Disconnected's defense is holding out right now.
Kaizen with a cleared up field, met by Gone to the corner. LEDs of this game, first goal will be a big difference maker for either side, boost the confidence for sure. There's a big demo there by Abs Crazy. Kaizen unable to pounce on it just yet. He'll find it eventually, but Fissy with a strong 50 and Gone. Gonna throw that ball out to the corner, trying to start some sustained pressure for TripleJawa. But the unfortunate clear away out to their own corner means that Disconnected will have possession instead. They'll have control, and they'll be the first team to really have the main chance. And then comes Blue, the pass to Abs Crazy. It's a chance on net, but saved just in time. Kaizen once again will try, but Ashley agrees. That one high. The chances will come through and far between. Another attempt by Abs Crazy, missing out again. 90 seconds gone. 0-0.
I do like seeing Disconnected play that bump style though, and that physical play hasn't really been a big part of this series so far, but it definitely could be. Both of these teams are barely hanging on, and you have to say, since TripleJawa picked themselves up a little, this has been the close series that we were predicting, at least on game score. But right now, it could be the difference. It could be the difference having that one person available. Multiple times Disconnected has had such good boost control, been able to starve it away from TripleJawa, that they have had one man left without only 0 boost. So take him out of that play. And that's what they've done. The bump is there. Abs Crazy makes a crazy angle shot. I'm not sure if anybody was there that they could have stopped this anyway.
He's got the boost to follow. Top it will slip on into net. The shot is more impressive than anything else. No keeper's there to get the save, be it by the bumps or bad rotations. Either way, Disconnected with the first goal. It's a great start for them. If they want to avoid this game 7 and move on to the finals now, Kaizen will take it high onto the backboard, looking for the bump on the defender. Fissy will narrowly avoid, but rolling round in the clear away. Abs Crazy meeting that ball first. Up high for Gone, he'll try and slow things down. Round the corner, the ball will bounce on through. Gone, past one. Fissy will hide the other way. 2 minutes approaching on the clock. Over half the game gone by. The time for TripleJawa running out. They've got to find a goal fast. And they've got to do another one just after that as well.
Gone and Fissy teaming up, not enough to beat Abs Crazy, who just has the patience. This is where Disconnected's done so well. They do well under the pressure of holding defense, and then they can push out. They can form that counter-attack. They definitely are more comfortable under that playstyle than TripleJawa, but TripleJawa do have the aggression right now, and that's what they want. So it could be a goal TripleJawa's way, evening things up very shortly, but not if Disconnected keep getting it back to that midfield line. They have to keep the pressure on.
Abs Crazy finds it past one. 90 seconds now. TripleJawa's tournament life depends on one more goal in this game. They can make it to the finals for the first time in their RLCS APAC South run. That's a shot on net saved by Blue. They're trying to deny the chance. Disconnected. They want to make it to the finals themselves, and they want to do it in game number 6. In comes Hassey, but the shot will not be found. As crazy off to the corner. They just have it past one. Upfield once more. That's going towards net. They still have to make it the length of the pitch. They've got a minute to do so, a minute to get this attack underway. Hassey, a clear out to the side. It will not be found by anyone but Blue. Another shot on net. A big miss in the defense. Gone will recover with the touch. But mistakes are being made. The pressure is getting the TripleJawa. That's a big miss, and I think that might be GG.
Yeah, I think that's going to close it out for disconnected. TripleJawa don't do well under this pressure, and it's the biggest pressure they could possibly be under. 39 seconds, 2 goals to get. They have no time to do it. They have to get on this fast. They have to capitalize immediately. Can they do it? If they don't, we might be seeing a horse head in the interview again. There's one. 33 seconds left. There's plenty of time.
Off at the kickoff, TripleJawa. They are doing everything they can to survive. Gone to Physio. Kaisen tries for the save, but it is not enough. 33 seconds. 2-1 to disconnected. They are holding on for dear life, but TripleJawa fighting back as hard as they can. But they're running out of time. They've got to get the move on. Gone. Slips it past one. Going upfield. Off the side. He will fall. Trying to bring that pass in centre. Kaisen will disagree. Physio to Hassey. The bump on the defender. The ball will fall high. Physio brings it back in once more. Saved on a line by Blue. TripleJawa mounting the pressure. Moments away from the goal. One missed touch from disconnected, and it will be an overtime, but they will not make the mistakes. They get it cleared away, and if the ball touches the ground, it will be GG. They clear away, but to the ground it will go. Disconnected survive, and they move on to the finals.
And that final goal, I was so happy to be wrong that the game wasn't over, but unfortunately for TripleJawa, turns out it was disconnected. Hold on, far too strong. Get that downfield and get it to ground.